Hello, guys. My name is Vita. Welcome to my live stream. And today you've got me all for 1 hour. Today we are discussing video what Russian women think about Indian men and India country.
Африка, нет? Нет?
Нет. Какая у тебя первая ассоциация будет? Холли. Всем привет, меня зовут Оля, и я с канала Moscow Streets. Сегодня мы будем спрашивать жителей Санкт-Петербурга, что они знают и думают про Индию. Прежде чем мы начнем, не забудьте подписаться на наш канал Moscow Streets, где мы снимаем уличные опросы и интервью с жителями России. Поехали!
So, guys, we have today discussion actually what Ukrainian and Russian women think about India and Indian people. And of course, we're gonna make more stress on what thinking Ukrainian women. And guys, please get ready your questions because it will be again reaction video as we have new format reaction videos. Okay, so prepare your questions. And actually, we're gonna start. So, are you tired of the hookup dating scene America has become? Have you practically given up on finding a traditional woman who truly wants to settle down with you for a life? Then I'll promise you, here's the hope for you, but only if you play your cards right. And let's get started, guys. I guess will be interesting today. And probably we're gonna have a lot of Indian guys, a lot of Indian clients who would like to know really what our women thinking about their country, living in their country, and actually from the point of view of their perspective, of their level of their success, possible success, I think that will be very useful information for you. So let's go.
Да, я говорю вам про Индию. Какая у вас первая ассоциация?
Слоны.
Слоны?
Слоны.
Может, еще что-нибудь?
Нет? Слоны? Танцы? Специи.
Вау. Что-нибудь еще?
Наверное, яркая одежда, такая эклектика, орнаменты, танцы.
Слоны,
Еще, может, что-нибудь есть?
карри, грязные улицы.
Не знаю, Болливуд, какие-нибудь индийские фильмы.
Может быть, что-нибудь еще?
Ну, музыка индийская какая-то, вот, ну, типа ситарная, не знаю.
Холли. Может быть, еще что-нибудь? Много разных языков, потому что я работаю с языками, и я знаю, что у них много разных сложных, необычных языков. Вау, здорово.
Специи желтые.
Что еще раз?
Авиценна.
Буддизм. Буддизм, да. Может, еще какие-нибудь?
Слон.
Ринопластика первая.
Какие-то красивые там наряды всякие цветные.
So guys, so far we're gonna comment then further. Watch a little bit. It's not very long video. So, but actually, as you see, the girl is interviewing Russian women, Russian people on the streets. But I will tell you, there won't be any difference, almost any difference, if you will ask Ukrainian or Russian people in general. What are they thinking about India and what reminds them about India? So actually, what do you know about India? That's the same almost as we discussed with you yesterday, like all, not all, of course, but a lot of foreign people, like even American people. From there, they get information about Ukraine or Russia only from American movies, right? So maybe watching some YouTube videos, something like that. But honestly, as you see so far, so she asked many people already, few of them, and what they think. I mean, if you ask about India, what comes first in their mind? Elephants, some special Indian music, which we used to know from USSR time, former Soviet Union, because then at that period we watched actually a lot of Indian movies. It was very popular. But as for now, you almost never can find on public mass media, on public television, you never almost can watch Indian movies because now it's not popular. They are considered to be not real, too dramatic, and too many sufferings. So the impression what we have from Indian movies, actually, like not real sufferings, too much cryings, all these sad songs, this specific music, which, as you know, practically almost didn't change for many years. So the development of the music is almost nothing, as far as I understood. And before actually we continue watching this video, and then of course after video I would like to give you my opinion and opinion of people whom I was talking with, my friends, my colleagues, so a lot of different people. The vision of India is really minimal. Knowledge about India is really minimal. And of course I want you to understand and to realize that far from everything what will be mentioned in this video, in our live stream today, you mostly won't like. That's true, and I know that because, you know, I'm always telling you the truth, even if it's a bitter one. So no pink glasses or some sweets just to make an impression on you. But in any case, guys, especially if Indian guys are watching our live stream today or will be watching, rewatch it later. So no offenses, I hope, from your side, because I know you can think it's offensive, maybe some things, right? But I want you to understand that everything what we know about India, it's not about Indian people, it's more about country. So, and country, you know, can have its own impression. It's the same like when people think that all Russian or Ukrainian people drink vodka, though that's far from true. I'm sorry. And like all Ukrainian or Russian women, they are gold diggers or scammers or prostitutes or easy to get sex from. So actually that's an impression not from all women, right? But from the country, which people, due to the lack of real personal individual experience, lack of education, lack of reading really serious material literature, can have this wrong or right impression. So just want to let you know in advance that I hope that nobody will be offended or will not find any racist hints or mentioning or something like that. We are just explaining and discussing things what our people, ordinary people, think about India, life in India, and why probably there exist few points which you need to be confident in. You need to have some specific criteria if you are Indian guy. I mean, to be able to attract Ukrainian woman, but not only to attract her as a man, but to attract her to move to your country and to live in your country and to be happy. That's two different stories. India as a country, Indian lifestyle, and Indian people. This is two different stories. So I want everybody to differentiate these stories to understand what we are going to talk about, okay? And we go ahead.
Рис, острые блюда, солнечные люди и, наверное, цвет кожи желтенький.
Слоны, чай и очень яркие ткани. Ну, такие орнаменты.
Буддизм.
Да, у меня тоже такая. Ну, наверное, разруха, скорее.
Разруха.
Бедность.
Ну, бедность.
Что-нибудь еще? Острая еда.
Много животных на улицах.
Индия. Что? Я вот так скажу. Люди очень хорошие, очень добрые. Я знаю, лично я в Индию попал. Я знаю, что я там с голоду не умру. Мне последний хлеб, последний кусок хлеба мне дадут в Индии. Просто я люблю телевизор там, ну, как это, ну, Play, как называется, не помню. Animal Planet, да. Я смотрю канал, да. И я знаю, что я туда попаду. И я знаю, что мне последний кусок хлеба в Индии отдадут. Что там очень добрые люди, очень добрые. Вот такая ассоциация. Очень добрые, хорошие люди. В России такого нету. Нет такого в России.
So you see, all people still have association with India. Elephants, on the first place, probably the most more used, maximum used word, right? Elephants, spices, spicy food, tea, bright colors, bright clothes, right? And Bollywood, like Indian movies. So nobody even mentioned some historical events or historical places or even places of interest which really can be awesome to go and to see with your own eyes. Like, for example, for me, India has a symbol in my idea, in my brains, right? Like Taj Mahal, for example. Taj Mahal, some classical literature of India, and the last guy, but you see he's like a homeless guy, Russian alcoholic. But what he mentioned, the kindness of Indian people, and really due to what I've read and I've heard, Indian people really considered to be very kind-hearted because of their philosophy, because of their religion, because of their world organization ideas, principles. They have different, absolutely different mindset. They are more kind, more bright, more positive, even despite the fact they are living, most of Indians, I believe, live in absolutely awful absolute conditions, and have very poor life, and actually very hard life. But you see, and we watch the rest of the video.
Знаете ли вы, что такое Болливуд?
Боюсь нет, честно нет.
Да, это там, где снимают вот эти фильмы с летающими мужиками. Ну, то есть это как Голливуд, только Болливуд.
Да. Ну, это такие традиционные песни, танцы, ну, какого-то национального индийского характера.
Это вроде Голливуда, только в Индии, где они снимают фильмы.
Да, точно. Индийский Голливуд.
Ну там как бы, это я не знаю, город. Ну там снимали фильмы такие типичные индийские. Или это фильм вообще?
Ну нет, это не фильмы, это место, где производят
Да.
индийское кино.
Да. Тот же Голливуд, только по-индийски.
Да.
А может, помните, какие фильмы индийские?
Не, название
Ой,
не
я
смотрели.
знаю.
Да?
Там что-то было с отцом, я помню, он шел 6 часов. Очень долгий фильм. В горе и в радости, по-моему, что-то такое.
Вы знаете, что такое Болливуд?
Да, это фильмы такие тоже интересные. Я раньше в детстве смотрела, и семечки ела еще, и смотрела, как там летают машины, вот эти актеры крутые, как Джеки Чан.
Они очень смешные же.
Да.
Там
А
очень
когда-
необычные.
Когда два брата находят друг друга или две сестры.
Кажется, гиперболизировано. Очень забавно.
Да. Интересный и красивый фильм.
Это кинематограф индийский.
Да.
Вроде.
Помните какие-нибудь фильмы?
Я только в интернете мемы видел с этими супергероями индийскими, я не
Но
знаю.
я в то время не родилась, когда сериалы крутили. Вот мама мне рассказывала о различных. Вот. Не знаю, туда относится Санта-Барбара, но это скорее бразильские.
Да,
Вот, поэтому, не знаю.
Название это сложно, я не вникал так глубоко.
Знаете ли вы, что такое Болливуд?
Конечно. Кино.
So you see, not all people even can say clearly what means Bollywood and what is Bollywood. Yeah, but almost all people know that it's a place where Indian cinematography is placed and produced, right? Yeah, and all people say that it's like a superheroes, flying cars, flying people. Yeah. As for me, honestly, I don't like Indian movies, especially if we say if we talk about previous centuries movies, like traditional, like Gita and Zita. Probably you know, but the new, quite modern two movies, they were not Indian movies themselves, but I guess like united work of American and Bollywood Indian cinematographers. The one is Dangal, about the father wrestler trainer who trained his daughters to be wrestling champions, but yeah, they were girls. And that story actually was based on the true story, and these girls really were champions. Absolutely great movie. I really like that. Really, it has like two series, if I'm not mistaken. Really interesting. If some of you guys still didn't watch that, I would highly recommend, because it's interesting to watch about motivation, about prejudices, about stereotypes, how actually person, if he has a strong mind, strong idea, and he has power and energy, and if he really wants, he can break all borders, all stereotypes, and he actually can achieve his goal no matter what. To make a professional sportsman, wrestlers, girls in India to grow up three real champions, which actually took place and win international competitions, not only on India level, national level. I mean, that's something really great, and something really awesome. So for those who still didn't watch it, I would highly recommend. And one more, which I really liked, it was Lion. Once probably I mentioned in one of my previous streams, Lion, the Lion. It's about two brothers, and one was lost, and how he was adopted by British family, if I'm not mistaken, how kind they were to him, how hard his childhood was, and how much he was trying to find his mom. And he finally did that. Really, absolutely great movie. Also quite long, but very nice, with a great sense, with a great meaning. For me, that was really touchy and very wise movie. So for those who also probably didn't watch, I would highly recommend. Let's go further, guys.
Ты знаешь, какой у Индии рейтинг среди стран по численности населения?
Ну, кажется, вторая после Китая.
Правильно, совершенно верно.
Тут могу только предположить, например, пятые.
Вы же знаете, что в Индии живет очень много людей, и помните, на каком месте в рейтинге всех стран мира находится Индия по населению?
Третье или второе, или что-то первое, второе. Первое вроде Китай.
Давайте второе.
Да, наверное, второе.
Это точно, правильно. На каком месте в рейтинге стран мира находится Индия по численности населения?
Наверное, на первом или на втором, где-то так.
На втором.
Одно из первых.
Да, точнее будет втором.
Четвертый, может быть?
Ну да, ну я не знаю точно какой, но высокое там, кажется, миллиард.
Ну, точнее будет второе.
О, после Китая, да?
Да, после Китая, совершенно верно.
Я думала, о России.
Второе место. Почти, это точно знаю, да.
Знаете же, что в Индии живет очень много людей, и, может быть, помните, на каком месте в рейтинге среди стран мира находится Индия по населению?
Вообще в тройке, наверное.
На втором.
На втором.
Втором.
Да.
Китай, наверное, первый.
Да.
So, guys, you see, actually, people don't know much about India because they're not much interested, I guess. That's why they don't have almost no knowledge about India, politics in India, economy in India. Everybody just knows that about Bollywood about spicy food, about poverty, about dirtiness, and about what else? And about kindness of the people, right? So that's actually the most famous facts about India, which we, Ukrainian and Russian people, have normally in our mind. Of course, there in Russia and here in Ukraine exist people who really interested in India due to the philosophy, due to religion, like Buddhism, right? Yoga is very famous here and in Russia. So people, of course, who are attending yoga classes, of course, they try to learn and they try to study Indian religion, Indian culture, some language, maybe some words, some specific phrases, yeah, cuisine, Indian cuisine. That's understandable. But honestly, the percentage of such people is very low, So yeah, let's see what other people will tell, or maybe some other facts.
Вы знаете, на каком континенте находится Индия?
Континент?
В какой
Ин-
части?
Индия. На евразийском, там, вот тут внизу.
Ну да, Азия.
Да.
В Евразии.
Все правильно.
Индия. Африка, нет? Нет?
Нет.
Не знаю.
Ну смотри, она...
С географией
находится-
плохо.
Она находится недалеко от Китая.
Угу.
Это в Азии. Вот.
Ага.
А где вообще все это? На южном экваторе, когда так. Типа
Ну
того.
да, точно.
Правильно сказал?
Да.
Ну да.
На Южном экваторе.
Ну да. Правильно сказал? Правильно говорит.
Да. На каком континенте находится Индия?
Ну да, в Евразии.
Правильно.
Евразия?
Да. Вы знаете или помните, на каком континенте находится Индия?
Да, Евразия.
Да, точно.
Евразия?
Да, верно.
Я знаю, где точно находится. Интересно, кстати.
Мне
Я
очень
вообще-
плохо с
У
географией,
меня
я
все
сразу
хорошо
говорю.
всегда было, но я никогда
не
не
знаю.
знаю, как это называется.
Ну,
Ну, это
На каком?
Евразия. Ну,
точно. Правильно.
ну, Евразия, да, конечно.
Да, правильно.
So guys, you see, thanks God, some people at least know on what continent India is located. That's the same story when people ask Ukrainian or Russian people, like, why we are cold and we have a snow bath, right? And that all of us drink vodka. And where it is actually Ukraine, where? I am sure before war, the majority of the world, at least not closest countries to our border line, like Czech Republic, Poland, Hungary, Lithuania, Estonia, right? But some other European countries, if you ask people living there, they probably will not have a lot of answers. And if you ask them, if you have asked them that time before war, when people really started to be interested in Ukraine and in what's going on here, so probably the answers would be almost the same. You know, like the famous poet Shevchenko, the famous footballist Shevchenko, the famous boxers Klitschko, what else? Vodka, cold winters, somewhere near Russia, or maybe part of the Russia even, you know, easy girls, right? What else? Almost nothing. I'm sure that majority of foreigners probably would have almost the same knowledge about Ukraine before war. But war a little bit, of course, not a little, but a lot changed this situation when people start to get interested, start reading, watching, and of course now they know much more than before. So, I mean, Indian people shouldn't be offended. For them, for majority of us, India, it's just the India somewhere on the world, part of the world. And if we are not connected somehow with India, so we don't know much about it, right? So, of course, I think and I believe India is very interesting from the touristic point of view, definitely. Of course, all these, unfortunately, I don't know, temples, all these temples, churches, castles, historical places, these special sacral places. Of course, Taj Mahal, of course, Taj Mahal, of course, the story of Taj Mahal. That's something incredible. But I will tell you, India, to me personally, it's so much contradiction country, country or full of contradictions, you know. And for me, it's really hard to believe that when I look at people, when I see how they live, the level of economy, the level of medicine, the level of education, the level of life, and when I see such places like Taj Mahal, something is going wrong in my head, you know, because puzzle is not setting up. Something is wrong. Yeah. So India is very contradictory country, and what I actually wanted to say before I will ask you and react on your comments, guys. It's very specific country, and it's very difficult, really, I believe, for Indian guy to find a Ukrainian wife. You know, I have been watching in matchmaking company and in this service for many years, and I had, of course, a lot of Indian clients. By the way, I have a few friends, Indian friends, which are absolutely awesome people, great people, I would say, men. But here is the story. If you want to know my opinion, I really think that Indian guy should stop running after Ukrainian or Russian women, because honestly, the chances for Indian guys to find a Ukrainian wife is very low. I wouldn't say zero, but is very low. Why I think like that? Due to my experience, due to successful and unsuccessful stories I was involved in as an interpreter, as an assistant, as a counselor, as a match guarantee coach, you know, so I have experience. I didn't really see successful stories with a happy end, though I saw really good and nice and perspective men from my point of view. But first of all, I never seen Ukrainian women who really came to the matchmaking company and said that I'm looking for Indian men. I saw women who could say, I don't care where from will be my man, if he's good and if he's a good husband, if he's democratic, loyal, tolerant, kind-hearted, not faithful, supportive, whatever. So I don't care from where he is, from Dubai, from Arabian Emirates, from India, from Africa, what color is his skin, I really don't care. This story I heard a lot. And I know such stories, but I never heard that women intentionally was looking for the guy in India. I know the stories, successful stories, when people met each other face to face, not through the matchmaking companies, but face to face. For example, you are Indian guy who came to Sumy city to study medicine, which is always happen here, and we have a lot of Indian students here. And of course, face-to-face communication, day by day, being in the same group, learning the same subject, communication. So that can make some chemistry between people. If the lady is Indian translator, let's say, or very interested in traveling to India, maybe some psychologist, the person who really interested in Indian religion and culture, who travel there a lot and spend there a lot of time, and she can meet a local person. Again, face-to-face communication, face-to-face personal meeting. When, despite all the negativism which we know and which we think about Indian country, so can break these stereotypes, right? So he's good father, he's very nice and handsome guy, so I would like to stay with him no matter what, even in this country. But what I would like to mention also, so number one point, you have chances if you're really charismatic, handsome, rich, or at least financially stable guy, who is living not in a poor part of India, desirably living in some European country or America or any other country, but not India, definitely. If you have your separate house and you can afford that, so I mean, you shouldn't live with your family. I'm sorry, I know that's your culture, but guys, this is reality. I also came across while preparing this topic, thinking about that, because I talked about India probably hundreds of times, but I came across a very interesting vlog of a Russian woman who got married with an Indian guy, and she moved to India. So she's young enough, and the story was, as I said, he was a student. So they were studying together in university. The guy is really cool, nice looking, very kind, very loyal, very flexible, not like practicing too much. So actually he understands her and he supports her fully. But as far as I understood, this is a really rare case. Let's face the truth. That's more occasion than a rule. And the story is the girl, actually, she's ordinary girl, not vlogger or something, but she wants to show the real life in India, how Indian family lives, what stereotypes they have, and what kind of life Ukrainian or Russian woman will have if she will marry Indian guy and she will stay to live with him in India. Oh my God. I think after watching such vlogs, this percentage would be even less. Honestly. The first and the main point, Ukrainian women don't like to live with parents, to live with the huge families, and let's face the truth again, being just as a servant. Due to Indian philosophy, daughter-in-law, she has to do everything. Not figuratively, but literally everything. When mother, of course, she was doing the same when she just got married to her mother-in-law. So you need to cook. And we know Indian people like fresh food. It's not typical for them to cook for 2, 3, 4 days ahead. So you need to cook for 10 people sometimes even more, day by day, for the morning, for the lunch, for the supper, to bake bread. And all these traditions, this religion, this family model, and these family traditions, I think they are absolutely opposite to what we used to have here. And I really think, and I really believe that a very low percentage of our modern women really would like to go to live in India. If you are an Indian guy, has a perspective, good job, you're financially stable, you're in a good age group, starting like 30 plus, 45, up to 50, okay? And you realistic, because all guys, I would say 99% out of 100, being even 45 and not married still, they all wanted a really young girl and desirably virgin. That's not working like that. You cannot find here 30 years old virgin. You should know that. And if it's against your philosophy and your religion, So please stop looking, girls, in Ukraine, because you will never find a virgin in the age of 30. Yeah, maybe you will find, sorry, some handicapped, some absolutely not physically attractive woman, or something is really wrong with her. But even in that case, you won't have a guarantee. And we Ukrainian women, we all want separate accommodation. Doesn't matter. It's an apartment or it's a house or whatever it is. We don't like to serve to your mothers. We don't like to serve to huge amount of your sisters and brothers and their kids and their husbands. We are not going to marry for this. We want our own nest. We want to serve and to please our husband, our kids. Yeah, we can be respectful to your parents and relatives, but we are not servants. But unfortunately, due to the facts and due to the real stories, almost all Ukrainian or Russian women who got married with an Indian guy, they turned out to be servants. That's it. They gonna have babies year by year. They gonna live in an awful conditions. In an awful conditions. Let's tell the truth. And that's the truth, guys. And if you're not realistic, if you are not living in a Western country, if you are not financially stable, if you are not looking for realistic age group lady and not virgin, then sorry. Almost no chances, almost no chances. But if you fit those criteria which I mentioned right now, then you're welcome. There is a great chance because Indian people are famous for their kind heart, as I said, special philosophy, being good fathers, but desirably, preferably, that the guy has European mindset, you know. So that's, guys, actually what I wanted to say. Maybe I will say more due to your comments. Now a couple of minutes of announcements, okay, and I will be back to you commenting your questions, okay. So guys, you remember, we are not tired to continue repeating this day by day to you guys, to our viewers, to our former or present or future customers, that your support, guys, and encouragement have been keeping our channel live and thriving, educating members how to be successful with Slavic Ukrainian women, and helping save you guys from the clutches of the multi-billion-dollar pay-to-pay letter scam industry. If you want to become a member, please go to our website www.buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating. The link, of course, is in the description, as always, to this video and all the rest of our videos. Remember that we have different memberships with different perks, including sending flowers and letter to any of our lady streamers. And hint, 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 if she's a single lady and you are interested specifically in her, in this live streamer, don't forget that you can express your interest in the letter attached to the bouquet of flowers, right? And send her your personal and social contact info. And who knows, maybe fate will have a surprise for you. Maybe your story will be successful, okay? And again, check our membership at www.buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating. And of course, guys, you remember, so if you are a member, you can share face to face with me or any of your beloved live streamers, and you just need to follow 2 simple steps. So step number 1, enter the unique StreamYard link into the browser for today's live stream, and you will get right into the studio back end. And of course, step number 2, verification. You must write your full name and YouTube name for admin verification. When you enter Web Studio, make sure, please, your camera and audio are turned on. So I guess Vatvat will help me to show you StreamYard link in the chat. And yeah, guys, we continue. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, to like, and to hit the bell, and of course, desirably to share the link of our live streams with the people who whom it may concern. Okay. Also, you can become a member and donate, help, support our channel at the same link, buymeacoffee.com/Ukraine dating. You can find it in the description. So, and we guys continue actually. I'm here for you. I hope everybody has absolutely great Sunday. I hope we have today realistic Indian guys, and I hope I didn't offend anybody, but I just want you to know what's going on here, and probably guys, that's also kind of step to prevent you from wasting your time, wasting your money, and wasting your efforts if you don't agree with my points, which actually this list of criteria you should definitely fit. If not, then your love journey in search of Ukrainian women can be never-ending and everlasting. You will be upset, pissed off. You will think that the matchmaking companies making bad service or doing some anti-India propaganda, or we just don't want Indian people as clients. But as I said, the problem is not in Indian people. The problem is in India itself. The conditions of life, guys, is really dirtiness and poverty, and sometimes even lack and missing of normal basic human facilities in the house, and this special food, which not all Ukrainian people can be adjusted to, and we can have really big stomach problems because we don't used to eat such spicy food. Some probably will be okay, but you actually heard what I said before, and I hope you will understand me right without any offenses, but just starting to see the truth with open eyes. And I don't want to tell you, yeah, guys, you are welcome. All Ukrainian women are dreaming about getting married with an Indian guy and to move to India, to the worst part of India, and to start cooking for 20 or 10 members of his family, and she will be happy. No. Ukraine has her own poverty, problems, issues, and of course, every woman, don't forget about that, who is looking for foreign husband. First of all, she is looking for better life condition, for financial stability, but definitely not for living like you know how by yourself. So yeah. That's it, actually, what I wanted to say. So hopefully, I know that probably will be a lot of negative comments today under this live stream, but I'm fine with that, absolutely, because I'm telling you what I really think and how the situation is in reality. So that's why I don't want to lie, and I don't want to make it, sweeter. Gregory, hello, привет. Nice to see you. Vatvatичек, привет. Yannick, hello, nice to see you too. Thanks for coming. I know you're a busy guy. Tracy, thanks for waking up. Жаночка, hello, my dear Vitechka. Hello, guys. Hello, Жаночка. Very nice to see you here. Yeah, Жаночка, I don't know your opinion, but I hope, and I guess it's almost the same like I have, because you and me, we have a lot in common. We Sumi girls, we have our own point of view. Yeah, and hopefully you support my idea. But if you have something to add, Janechka, please feel free to add. Maybe if guys won't believe me, so maybe they will believe you, because you are younger. Maybe they're thinking I'm a kind of old bitch, But yeah, that was a joke. Yeah, Жаночка. Dear viewers, don't forget to like the video, please. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Spicy food, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, what? I believe that in general, Indian people are warm and polite, but the gender separation is making the men somewhat awkward when it comes to approaching and courting women. Also, the arranged marriages. Yeah, a lot of traditional things which actually India is too different. It's like two different worlds, between Ukraine and India. We are so much different, and to break this difference, this distance between our cultures and our mentality and our history and our family models, I don't know what should be done. Like, absolutely huge, tremendous love, or the criteria which I mentioned. Yeah, but yeah, Vatvatичек. So as a woman, I would imagine they will get lots of quick marry me and I love you thrown their way. Yeah, that's also, yeah, because Indian guys unfortunately use these phrases just without any meaning, just throw into the air, like, you know, if you easily say I love you and I want to marry Ukrainian woman to some specific woman, she will understand that you are not serious and actually you're not looking for this specific woman. You're looking just for Ukrainian woman and or Russian woman, and she of course will be offended. As I said, Ukrainian women, we are traditional dating school, but I mean European style school. So we would like to have an individual approach. Yeah. Yeah, Rene, arranged marriages are common in India. Yeah, still. Yannick, garbage rivers. Yeah, unfortunately, this river gang, which is for me, honestly, but again, guys, listen to me attentively. I don't want to insult or offend any culture, any nation. For me, all the people are equal. I am absolutely international person. I have friends all over the world, between Arabian people, between Muslim people, between black people, between American people, Indian, between Russian people, between Danish people, between British people, between Japanese people. No, from China. I don't have friends from China. Between Indian people. I respect all nations. I respect all religions. I respect all traditions which is set up in the specific country. That's just the story about personal preferences. Like if I'm okay to live among jumping monkeys or walking cows or not, for me that's not appropriate. When I see this river gang, like Yellow River, right? When you guys burn the dead bodies, then you throw that ash in this river and cows are drinking water there and you guys washing cows there and then you wash yourself and wash your clothes in the same place, for us that's inappropriate. But again, that would be really nice to go and see with your eyes, to have your own experience, to see it cultural side, historical side, monumental side, like Taj Mahal, some really sacral places, some historical places. That really would be nice to be a tourist there, even to have friends there. As I said, I have friends in India, which I'm absolutely highly respecting, and we are friends for many years. But to live there constantly, that's not for us. Yeah, for some maybe, yes. I won't say for 100% of Ukrainian women, no. But it makes your chances really harder and harder and harder. So that's why you need to be realistic. Either, if you're still dreaming about finding Ukrainian woman to make her a wife, you need to be more flexible, more tolerant, because when the woman is coming to your country, it's a cultural shock. Too many people, too loud, too many animals, no conveniences. That's difficult. That's difficult to digest mentally and psychologically, you know. It's difficult to get used to that lifestyle because like it's like a different universe for us. But if you're flexible and tolerant, not maybe so much practical, you have a European mindset, you're ready to move to any other country, you're ready to buy or to have or to rent your own apartment and your own house, and to move from poor region or poor city or poor part of the city to the good ones, to make the life of your future Ukrainian wife at least better and easier, than with the help of your love and support and tolerance. That should be fine. And you can create absolutely great and successful family. But if not, if you don't want to change anything in your life, if you want, I know that it's up to your culture, guys. Don't argue with me. I know that you live with your moms and dads and all the relatives in the same house, and that's cultural thing. I understand it. I'm not judging that. I just say that it's not common for us. Even in Ukraine, we Ukrainian women always try to separate from our parents. We want to create our own nest, our own family to take care of, and we don't want anybody interfere in our life, in our family life. We don't want to be advised, we don't want to be prompted, we don't want interfering, we don't want somebody tell us what to do, how to do, when to do, what to say, what not to say. We don't like this. We want our own family life. But that doesn't mean that we don't respect. That doesn't mean that we are not going to invite your mom and your sisters to the guest. It doesn't mean that we are not going to attend your parents' house, to be a part of family holiday, to be a part of your culture. Of course, if Ukrainian woman will go to India, she will try to learn the language, culture, manners, holidays, cuisine, everything, everything. But from your side, you should have 100, you should try 100 more times harder to make the life for her in India better and easier and more appropriate, that she really would like to stay there with you. That's, guys, up to you. Don't think Ukrainian women just will be happy to go to India because she loves you and that's it. No, that's not gonna work. Aniket Sankar, Indian foods and sweets, world famous and delicious. Indian foods are really good, and the spices, Indian spices and Indian tea is very famous here. As for sweets, for example, I never tried, so I don't have experience. But if I had a chance, I really would like to go to that country to try. And what else, I mentioned, I was watching today the vlog of these people. A lot of Indian people even don't use, ordinary plates, just banana leaves. Yeah, maybe with the years you can get used to that, but that will be really difficult. Or the lady should be really fond of Indian culture and Indian mentality and Indian philosophy. So think about what I am telling you, Indian guys, specifically, I'm referring to you. Don't think it's impossible. Just think what you should change in your life to become to make your dream really possible. It's possible, but you should try hard. That's the case. That's the case. Aniket, India is now the world 5 largest economy, beating Britain. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, probably because we know India produces good medications, good vaccines, as I said, good spices, a lot of things like material, clothes, of course, yes. But still, don't be offended. We see what we see. We see what we see. Absolutely poor people. Of course, not all, but tell me, Aniket, if as far as I understood, you are Indian person, probably, right? So tell me, what's the percentage of rich people in India in comparison with poor people who almost living outside on the streets, and which who has to, you know, to collect garbage, to select garbage, to be able to find something and to earn something to eat just for today. I don't say that those people will try to find Ukrainian women. No, of course, don't misunderstand me. But in general, I think the matter is, first of all, like two main reasons: too big poverty and dirtiness, and too big difference between our cultural worlds. That's two main things, which actually makes the things much more harder than for European or American guys. That's the problem. Aniket, many Russian peoples now worship Indian god and convert in Hinduism religion. ISKCON temples, Vrindavan, one of best example of many Russian living. Yeah, Russian people actually will be happy now to move anywhere just to escape war. And they will pray to any god. Don't misunderstand me. Yeah, you need to have a special philosophy inside of you. I don't think still that it's like really, yeah, but as I said, if you have some place where a lot of Russian people or Ukrainian people live in India, some district, right? And you can meet there a lady who already lives there and who get used to the system, to the culture, to the mentality, to the language, to the lifestyle, then absolutely fine. As I said at the beginning, face-to-face communication, personal individual meeting, yeah, but definitely not looking among probably on dating apps or matchmaking companies, because hardly you can find the lady who will be specifically looking to get married in India, not even maybe with an Indian guy, but to move to India. Some, yes, I can't say 100% for all 38 million people which we have in Ukraine, but definitely not much. Definitely not much. But Vita, I think the war taught a lot of people about Ukraine, location, culture, etc., that they didn't know yet before. Yeah, as I said, a lot of people hardly knew of Ukraine, and in the West, many believed that Ukraine was filled with scammers and corrupted people, which simply isn't true. We still have scammers, a lot of scammers, and high corruption. What? That's still true. The level of corruption is huge here. And I don't know how many years we have to fight for clearness, and we don't have this corruption anymore, unfortunately. And scammers. People who doesn't want to earn by their brains, who doesn't want to be educated and then to implement their education and their gained professional skills into their future job, they always will find the easiest way to get money to survive. What is the easiest way? To scam somebody, to lie to somebody, to find some sponsor, to be a gold digger. That's understandable. That's true. And unfortunately, we're going to have still a lot of people like this here. Unfortunately, that's also the bad side of our country. I am Ukrainian, but I'm not afraid to tell bad things about my country too. So don't think I can tell bad things only about India. I mean, but yeah, what? Anyway, the situation with war raised the interest to our country, and people start to learn more, and they will get much different knowledges. Yeah, and experiencing, of course, meeting. Aniket, my India country is the only country in the whole world with all 4 seasons. Of course, that should be like that because your motherland always is your motherland, right? And you should always love it, respect it, keep the traditions because it's the place where you have born, where you were born, sorry, where your parents live, where your family lives. And of course, that's normal and natural process, no matter uh, how bad a lot of foreign people think about Ukraine, still. And we know we have a lot of problems here, but for me, my motherland is the best, and I'm not going to move anywhere, only for traveling. But I want to live in my house. I want to talk my language, to speak, sorry. I want to be at least someone, to have my position, which I have here. And traveling is a really cool thing, really cool thing. But for every person, motherland is the best one, and that should be like that. That's the right one. Aniket, for my thinking, I can say that many Indian men and me too interested to date and happy marriage to Ukrainian or Russian Federation women. Yeah. Aniket, here I can't agree with you. Ukrainian or Russian women are the best family-oriented women, as I seen in various YouTube channel, whether Ukrainian or Russian women do everything household chores by themselves and cooking. Again, here is the point. Here is the point, Aniket. While mentioning that you want to marry Ukrainian or Russian woman, what is two first priorities? Household chores and cooking. You see? Not our even beauty, okay, I think beauty is on the first place. Not mentality, not our psychological characteristics, not our inner world, not. You understand what I mean? So you make the stress again, you pay attention more to the cooking and household chores, which makes me think still you again looking for the woman which will be physically attractive, beautiful, but at the same time, being just a housewife. That's also, woman is a woman, first of all. She wasn't created only to cook and to be a housewife. She was created to give you love, to give you psychological comfort, to give you peace, to support you, to be a friend for you. But unfortunately, you didn't mention none of these characteristic of Ukrainian women. So that's a little bit sad for me. Niraj Kumar, I love Russian and Ukrainian women. So here is again the biggest mistake. First of all, you say, I love Russian and Ukrainian women. So you love. You can't love. You can like. You can want to find, but you can't love. Love is the wrong word which you use usually, which absolutely push away Ukrainian women from you. You can't love. You can like. So, and you love in general all Russian and Ukrainian, but they also not all of them are good. So it's a little bit contradiction. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Why, what? I absolutely agree with you. There are women like that, yes, but a lot also want to work and develop themselves. Absolutely. Not dying just in the kitchen and giving birth to kids. Yeah. I think it depends on the woman and whether they are okay with being a homemaker or not. But as we understood in India, living in India, she will have to cook really a lot. That's not like I cook borsch for 3 days and That's it, No, I mean it figuratively, right? But I mean, I don't want to spend hours in the kitchen. That's a horrible labor. That's a very hard labor. You should be really fun of that. And even being fun, you can just getting sick and tired of just cooking, 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 cooking. You know, we are people also. We want to read book, we want to listen music, we want to go out, we want to go to restaurants, at least to McDonald's, we want to go to the cinema, we want to travel, we want to be nice, we want to make at least such nails, not artificial eyelashes, breast and lips, okay, but at least something. So think about that. Mahendra Shinde, hi. Mahendra here, love from Mumbai. Hello, thanks for coming, thanks for joining us today. Yeah, guys, I guess we a little bit will stay a little bit longer today. Aniket, India and Russia are good friendship nation. That's the case too, because Ukraine and Russia are not friends anymore. That's why we also cannot understand why India supporting Russia so much. That also causes some problems right now. And believe me, looking for Ukrainian woman, she will definitely ask you this question: what do you think about Russian people? And if you will tell her that India and Russia are good friendship nation, and we know why. So that will be the case. Also, that will push her away. Here we go. Russia makes us make friendship. Siren after siren. Renee, Vita, during an interview, a lady named Rosalinda and another Ukrainian lady, they stated that they were not interested in Latin men. Do Latin men face the same barriers as Indian men with Ukrainian ladies? I guess yes. So definitely, probably she won't look for Latin men at the beginning. It won't be her intention, but you can apply almost the same criteria which I mentioned for Indian guys. Financial stability, desirably, face-to-face individual meeting where you can open and demonstrate your individual charisma, face-to-face communication, energy between you and her. If you're financially stable, if you live in a good country, if you have somewhere good place to live, and you are not going to make a slave from her at the kitchen, then why not? And you, of course, should be realistic about the age gap. So why not? That's all possible. But I would think, to my mind, Latin men would have more chances even than Indian guys. I think, due to my experience. But still, yeah, can be some nuances, but again, I know some successful cases with Latin men among my friends, but conditions. So people met accidentally, face to face, they liked each other, and then the guy moved to another city just to prepare a better place for his future wife while they were planning to marry, because they discussed all these things, but there was a great love. The guy moved, he rented a good house. She came there, and that was absolutely fine. I didn't communicate with that lady for some period of time. I don't know how the things by them right now, but when I communicated with her like 2 years ago, everything was fine. She was happy with him, so was good. Niket, what I agree with you. That's why India was neutral when Russia attacked on Ukraine. And in fact, I too against the Russia invasion on Ukraine, and I feel sad about Ukraine. To be neutral is almost the same like to be on the side of aggressor. Unfortunately, we Ukrainian people now think like this, and we consider like this. So all countries which are neutral, I don't say they are enemies for us, but we don't like them. We consider them to be on the side, to be supporting. Because, I am a side. You're not guys bombing my country so far. So that's fine. Oh, Ukraine somewhere else, in the middle of nowhere, snow bathing and drinking vodka, scammers. So, okay, it's your internal things, you can bomb them if you think that's reasonable. That what means neutrality for us now. So yeah, but I am pleased that you personally against this invasion, but we have what we have. Yeah, Aniket, Ukraine was so beautiful country, but so sad it's badly affected by war. I don't support Russia over invasion, and I'm with Ukrainian peoples. Thanks for that. Thanks for support. And I see you, Aniket, have a very good English. That's a compliment for you in comparison with the rest Indian people I used to communicate. I mean, at least I don't know about speaking skills, but what I see, your writing skills, very good. So that's a compliment for you. Good for you. What, Vita, I saw a video several days ago about two Indian men trying to save a calf that was being carried away by a flood. Really respectful that they risk their own lives in that manner. Absolutely. Yes, as I said, Indian people are very kind-hearted. And you see that Russian alcoholic said, that was very important, that if you go to India, you don't have home, you don't have money, you don't have food, but you're in India, you will never stay without food because every person will share food with you. Nobody will abandon you or throw you away or push you away. And he said, you can never find the same situation in Russia. That's the case. So the whole video, guys, once again, hopefully Indian guys understand English quite well, at least my English, okay? Here's this story not about Indian people themselves, but about India, living in India, and about your social position, about your mentality and your mindset, and how much you are religious. Because if you are too religious, you're practicing. So for you, of course, will be very hard to change your principles inside, to go in against your family, against the family model, against tradition, against your parents. That also should be, not right, probably. For some guys, probably will be possible, not for all, definitely. So, yeah. Yeah, what? Just like the Ukrainians on the videos that you showed us yesterday. Actually, guys, I prepared for you absolutely tremendous videos of saving people there in Kherson and the Nikolaev regions, which suffered a lot, this Kakhovka region, how they saving animals and people and being shelled even during trying to evacuate people, tremendously shelled by Russians. That's horrible. But I see we won't have enough time today, but maybe a couple of minutes, because honestly, I have to finish. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, global bloodstock. There are too many cultural differences between Indian people and Westerns and Eastern European women. Best to date your own culture. Yeah, that's what we are telling. Not so much difference still between Eastern and Western, sorry, and Ukrainian people. Of course, even there exist a lot of issues, you know. Even that's why we are meeting with you here every day. I'm for so many years trying to explain you this difference, to teach you how to overcome these difficulties, what to change in yourself, what to notice in time in your woman, right? Not to make mistake. Still so many years and still so many same guys who are watching our videos trying to understand the differences between our cultures and mentality. But if we talk about India and Ukraine, that's two different worlds, absolutely, greatly. So, yeah. Gregory, thanks for your wishes. Yeah, also enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope everybody will have absolutely great Sunday, guys. I guess we have to say goodbye. But if you want, I will stay for 2-3 minutes more and show you some video from Kakhovka region before I go, if you have this time. So let me see, guys. Where is this video? Okay, here we are.
Дивіться, хто це нас тут чекає. Які гарнесенькі. Дивіться, він сам лізе до нас. Іди сюди. Запригуй. Дивіться. Він голодний. Іди сюди. Залазь. Такий. Що це за милота? Вон іще, дивіться. Опа. Так. Не, сейчас достанем, сейчас. А вон і мамка прийшла. Вон на заборі. Зараз заберемо всіх. Малишки, що ти там? Сейчас ми тебе накормимо, сейчас. Глянь. Боженьки. Лапками тянутся, кістки хотят. Боже, які підараси ті кацапи, блядь, йобані.
Приплыли за тобой, приплыли наш хороший.
Толстый.
Все, забираем собаку. Сейчас, мальчик.
Да, толстый.
Оба. Иди сюда. Иди сюда.
Иди, мой зайка, иди.
Давай. Иди-ка. Иди, давай, хватай его за гриву. Давай, хватай. Оба. О, все, мой хороший. Все, сидим. Поехали. Вот спас, все, ну тут сидел. Бедный, замерз конкретно. Все тут утонувшие. Все такие дела. Все, сидим, ждем. Все, молодец, ты мой хороший. Ой, молодец. Все, сейчас тебя. Сейчас все дадим. Все хорошо, молодец, мой мальчик.
Готовьтесь, ногу ставьте надежно. Я вас держу. Вот. Все, и садитесь, пожалуйста. Садитесь. Вы сядьте, пожалуйста. А дальше собаку мы вместе. И раз, два, три, давай, собачечка. Оп. Ключи от дома где?
Здесь все добре. То пес боксує.
Ви дивіться, ви давайте руку.
Можете. Давай. Ну, так, скидай, Ігор. Оце закидай. Я чекай, не бійтеся. Давайте. Спокійненько. Є. Пішло вже. Обережненько. Супер. Не переживайте.
Вставайте сюди. Ходи, собачка. Вставайте.
Давай, хорош. Давай.
Ходи. Давай, раз, два.
Є.
Тихо, ну когті, щоб не проробило глотку.
Все, хорошо. Оно.
Так, что там? Я уже перестаю. Держать лодку.
Голова. зачем?
Я не знаю.
Это миномет, походу.
Это вряд ли миномет не добивал бы, потому что до этого здесь было русло 5 километров. Ну, там миномет еще можно 120 поставить. Но свистит как миномет.
Я же говорю, по звуку на миномет похоже. Я почему сразу триггернул, я сразу пригнулся и сразу понял, куда полетело.
Передаем спасибо, что они не предупредили.
А й правда. Крилатим ґрунту не треба. Землі немає, то буде небо. Немає поля, то буде воля. Немає пари, то будуть хмари. В цьому, напевно, правда пташина. А як же людина? А що ж людина? І живе на землі, сама не літає, а крила має. А крила має. Вони ті крила не з пуху пір'я, а з правди, чесноти і довір'я. У кого з вірності у коханні, у кого з вічного поривання, у кого з щирості до роботи, у кого з щедрості на турботи, у кого з пісні, або з надії, або з поезії, або з мрії. Людина нібито не літає, а крила має.
Here we go, guys. Here what we have here, again, tragedy, and we never know what else these bastards will think and will make to make us suffering more and more and more. You see the level of tragedy and the level of size of hearts of a lot of people who try to save everybody, everyone whom they can, even risking their lives and being shelled at the same moment. So I had actually much more videos, but I don't want to keep you here longer. So guys, thanks for your attention. I hope the information was useful for you, not offensive, and you guys will make the right conclusions from what I've said to you. And you will see the situation from different angles, maybe with my eyes, and you will understand what is better for you, to stop something, to stop looking for Ukrainian women, or maybe to change something in your life or in your mind, to be able to create this international marriage. So I wish to everybody peace, positiveness, nice Sunday, enjoy your day. I will be here for you next Friday, 4 p.m. Ukrainian time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Don't forget, please, to donate, to support our channel. Don't forget to give me your likes, and to all of our rest live streamers, don't forget to share and to subscribe. Love all of you. Wish you great love to find your real, the only one till the end of the life, and whom you can make happy and who can make happy you. So see you guys. Пока-пока. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your time. Goodbye. See you.